You're now tuned in to the Dollars Not Cents radio show with your hosts, Anthony, Stephen, and Monica. The show that educates you about money and exposes the nonsense that we've been taught about money with a current news view. Get your pen and paper ready. Let's get started.
Good morning, everybody. How you guys doing?
Morning.
Wow, I got a room full of ladies. I do feel like
special,
Charlie's
right?
Angel. I do feel like Charlie's Angel today. How's everybody doing today?
Doing good.
Doing good. Wow. We've got a special guest in the studio. I'm going to bring you on in just a second, Tammy, but how you doing?
I'm doing great.
Wow, Miss Tammy Neal in the house. Monica, how was your trip in this morning?
Oh, pretty good. You know, one cup, maybe two red lights. Okay,
Two red lights.
Hey, people didn't move. I was in the position, and what had happened was it
What
went
had
yellow.
happened was?
What had happened was it went yellow first.
Wow.
I guess it followed up by a red light, and I was somehow underneath and through it.
Oh.
So it kind of worked out. You know.
Are
See-
you sure it wasn't amber?
I don't know. All I know,
I see amber.
It was a little color, like
Uh-huh.
you see. I'm trying to put the colors
You're trying to
together.
put it
Like it was
together.
the one right between red
Yeah,
and
you know,
yellow.
that's what we
that's
teach.
the one.
That
that's
what we
the
teach in
one.
church, that?
That's the one
Yes.
that you bring over and you come together and then you and bring it down. Exactly.
In the genesis of life.
Yes. Do you see what I'm talking about? That's exactly what happened.
Oh my God, we have too much fun on this show. I tell you, too much fun. So Judith, how was your driving, Miss Tea and Crumpets?
Not nearly as exciting as Monica's.
Uh-oh, you squealing, girl.
Who loud?
You excited.
Really, I am so excited to meet Miss Tammy Neal.
We've
My
been talking
goodness.
for a while on the phone.
I know. It's like we've already known each other for years.
Yes.
Wow. Folks, we're just so excited. We're always excited to be on the show and, you know, really just having fun, but talking about some serious topics, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
money, sometimes about racism. No, we don't. We try not to.
Different shades of color.
Right, different shades.
What is it, 100 Shades of Grey?
Yeah,
A million
100 shades of black.
Right. A million shades of black.
Yeah, because, you know, they say once you go black, you can't go back,
That's
right?
Right.
That's right.
So Tammy, you got a little bit of black in you, right?
I got
Literally.
black. I got international.
You got into
I know,
that?
right?
Thank you. That's what I'm talking about. Because really, I don't think anybody truly, unless you come from Africa directly, you know, unless you were born there, you're
Yeah,
probably just the original, right?
Yeah, we're multiracial.
We're multiracial because you
Yeah.
don't know where you came from.
Big time.
Big time, right? You know, in my family, I'm from Trinidad and Tobago in the Caribbean.
Ooh.
Yes. That's a surprise guest right there.
Look at this
Come
tall
on in,
drink of
Steven.
water.
Tall drink of water. Don't knock everybody over as you're coming in, Steven. Come on over here, brother. Come on, we started.
Oh
Steven,
my God, we get to see Steve.
So, you know what, Steven, how was your drive-in?
40 minutes, he said.
That's all it needs to be said.
Right.
That's all it needs to be said. It's the breath. It's the breath.
Actually, you know what? It wasn't bad. Coming up this way, it wasn't bad at all, taking 485. But apparently, if there's an accident on the other side,
It's
everybody has to stop
stops.
and look on this side.
Oh, wow.
So, and there was a car. I don't know what kind of driving.
Oh,
they were
you
doing.
have to look.
Yeah, you have to look. It's like you just can't. It's like you drive. I'm not gonna look. I'm not gonna look. I'm not gonna look.
It was calling your name.
What we try to do, even with this program, we let people know that you're not the only one out there, right?
No.
You know, everybody, especially in business, I always tell people about KFC, the Colonel.
Yes.
He didn't become a millionaire until his 90s, his 80s, 90s.
Every venture is going to be successful.
Thank you.
Right.
Thank you.
And you got to accept the fact you're going to fail.
Yes. Yes.
You know, if you are successful, then you're one of the lucky ones.
That's right.
But you learn to appreciate that. You did your best. You have a clear conscience. Instead of falling all over it, I think it was during the Ponzi scheme where some billionaire lost $2 billion, but he still had $5 billion left, and
Right.
he killed himself. Come on,
Really?
Really? Yes.
So,
Yes.
but so I learned to appreciate that, and And of course, keep learning. My goodness, don't stop
Thank
learning.
you. Yes.
I've heard it was a 85-year-old lady that told me she just got her college education,
Wow.
Wow.
but she's been going to college since 1942,
Wow.
Hey, she never
which
stopped.
I thought, okay.
She's been going part-time,
Yeah,
part-time.
part-time.
An hour a year.
But I appreciate that because
Sure.
she said, I never stopped learning and I knew this is something I want to achieve. And that's great. You know, age is nothing but a number. And
That's
that
right.
is
Yeah.
the truest form.
A lot of the kids, and it's funny you said about ADD because today it's so easy for the doctors to subdue
Yes.
these
absolutely.
young people's
Say something's wrong with
energy.
them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. They quickly want to give them medication to subdue who they are.
Right,
I'm a
that
parent.
label
I'm a
of
parent
ADD.
of a
I'm going
child.
to say it. Do my grandmother do. Castor oil. That's all. Castor oil.
And I'm like Chris Rock said back in the old days, what happened to just bad?
Yeah.
I mean, what he just bad. I mean, you know what you're doing. You know
Yeah.
what it's not. You know what you're doing is wrong. So, but kids are smart.
Yeah.
So if you give them
A
that
label.
that label
That
or that crutch,
They gonna use it.
It's an
yeah.
excuse.
They gonna
You
use
gave
it.
them an excuse.
You gave them.
They're gonna-
Thank you.
yeah.
That's
You
all.
know what?
oh,
You can
know
blame
what
it on the
your medicine
ADD.
today? I'm like,
And-
well, you ain't had your medicine in a month. What you talking about? That is right. So then he
But
tries
you
to come
know
up with other
what?
stuff.
I'm glad you said that because I have to call. My nephew is staying with us, right? And the first time he came out, he says, I have to have my medication. And he was acting up. He's changed his whole. Since he's been at us, we don't push that medication.
That's right.
You're going to be you.
Yep.
You're going to not blame this medication for your anger issues.
That's right.
We're going to change that. You know what I'm saying? And so a lot of times this society today, what you just said is true because they will call. They'll tell you, I missed my medication today.
Yep.
They will tell the teacher, I need my medication. And then, you know, to me, we have put a crutch on a lot of these young people.
Give them
have.
But you know,
excuses,
I
built-in
think-
excuses.
But
That's smart.
but I believe that it is an attack on the kids because shoot, you know how much as I talk about my niece, right? And
Yes.
based on what I say about my niece, you don't
Yes.
think she got ADD and nothing like that. No, she doesn't. But when she was about like 6 years old in school, in elementary, they tried to say she had ADD.
Wow.
And I said, she still doesn't have no freaking ADD.
Exactly.
I said, what are you doing with her in the class? You know what I'm saying? If she's bored, that means she's active. That means she's constantly learning. She wants
That's
to just
right.
keep learning. And if you're not keeping up with her pace, you have ADD. So I'm just saying.
Good
point.
True.
But I'm just saying. So I mean, after that, now she's 15 years old. She's on the 8 honor roll. She plays basketball. I mean, what ADD were y'all talking about? She was active. She had energy.
See,
you know?
attention deficit
She wasn't
to
being
me.
challenged too.
Exactly.
Also.
That's
And
what I
that's
mean.
one of the things
Yeah.
that happens in school. And a lot of people are teachers that you're saying that are just looking for a paycheck nowadays. They're not really zeroing in on the kids to find out that they're not being challenged.
Right.
They figure, okay, I'm teaching. If you're not learning,
This is the curriculum.
then
Here
there's
you
an
go.
issue.
That's it.
You know, and it's really, like I said, it's a sad thing. And that's the deal with dealing with people. But you know what? You always have to have a plan, right? Because
Plan A, B,
plan-
Z, C, D,
E, F, G.
Triple F.
exit strategy.
Yes. Stay ready.
Yeah.
But
Stay
you know,
ready.
and you said a word that we like. I, Monica, we love exit strategies.
Yes.
Because,
Yes.
you know, to me, you have to find a retirement time that you want to be able to retire from whatever business that you're doing. Have you thought about any of those things and where you'd be? I know we're not calling age or anything because age is nothing but a number,
It's
right?
It's nothing but a number. One thing I've learned, and if you think about like the Kennedys, they all have legacy.
Yes. Oh, wow.
And
you
I
love
think-
this word around here.
I think our
Yeah.
people don't spend enough time thinking about what can I leave.
Woo! Jesus.
my legacy.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
You know,
Keep
they
preaching.
worry more about what I'm going to do
Do
today,
today. Yes.
and what I'm going to take with me to heaven, which you know, hey,
You're
gonna be
taking
much.
nothing.
Peter might stop you at the gate.
Hold
You
up.
might do a strip down search.
Peter might say, "You are not on the list."
What's your name again?
Peter,
Spell it.
plus one.
No, no.
Peter,
you know,
Peter, here's some dollars.
Hey, here's a dollar.
You go over there in that line.
Down escalator.
He takes them over there.
But you gotta always think about what you're doing now and what you're gonna leave for your legacy.
Yes.
Whether it's for the community, if you don't have any
Yeah.
kids, like I don't have any kids, I have two Cocker
Dogs.
Spaniel. They're my kids.
Right.
But-
Just sitting in the car, just like kids.
You know, what can I say? I take them with me. But, you got to leave something for your legacy. Like for me, I would leave it to the animal rights and the animal protection because that's
That's
my
That's my heart. Yes.
as well as senior protection.
Yes.
Yes.
So I want to leave that as my legacy.
Yeah.
Now,
Yes.
I have one nephew and two nieces.
Yeah.
Of course, I worry about their education. So whatever I build, I try to leave it for them.
Yes.
Gotcha.
And I think a lot of time when you guys as insurance, you know this, you spend more time educating people
Oh my
Yes.
goodness.
than
yes.
doing the sales.
Yes.
That is
Yes.
so true. That is
Absolutely.
so true.
Yes.
And one thing I tell people, when you go into a career in sales, you might as well say, I'm also in a career in
Teaching.
training.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yes.
And honestly, and I have to interject because I think that is because it's not just insurance. We do a lot of financial awareness and financial training, and so for us being, I hate the word minority, but being a minority, when I go into someone's home, I have to now show you more than sometimes than my counterpart may have to show. I've got to,
Absolutely.
because I bring some, and I have agents that come with me because they don't specialize in retirement. So when I come out there and I'm talking about retirement, they're like, "Man, you really was telling them." I said, "Because you don't understand. I have to prove what I know before they care about anything else."
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So
That's
so
true.
it's a battle that we have to do.
And the thing that really gets on my nerves
Uh-oh.
is when you walk into something, they look at you. You know where I'm going with that.
Yes. Yes.
Well, what kind of car are you driving?
Right. Come on. And it's so funny because I remember
That
when
is
I had
funny.
my first business, people were saying, okay, because I had my business out of my house, right? We were processing $20 million a month in checks.
Wow.
So what happened is one of my guys out of New Jersey, who was my broker, he says, I'm looking on Google and I am seeing your house. Is this where you work out of? And I'm like, oh, Lord. Okay. So then I moved into a big office space, 3,000 square foot, 15 employees. Why? Because somebody said I needed to. Yeah, and honestly, because you were doing $50 million, we started doing $50 million in business. But the thing that caught me was I was driving a van. It was affordable, and that's probably me squealing. It was a conversion van, and people of family, friends said, "Why are you driving one of these things?" And I'm like, "Well, what's wrong with it? It just gets me from point A to point B. Well, you're doing $50 million a month in business. You need to be driving something else." So I'm like, "Oh, jeez." So I took the pressure and I went to get me a big Nissan Armada, big $800 a month car note.
Oh, Lord.
It was the worst thing that I could have done. It was my first, real repossession, and I upset a friend of mine because after business, 2008, the whole real estate bust and everything, it really just killed.
That was a dark day.
That was a dark
Wasn't
day.
it?
That was a dark
Yes,
day.
it was. I think all of us have a story around it.
Yes.
When I lived in
Oh,
Florida,
my
they used to literally be when the developer would bring the property to just develop to where it's now starting to be pre-sale. There used to be a line around the corner. Back
Yes.
there. It was crazy.
It was crazy.
Wow. Well, it did bring my child's card that he made for me. I'm gonna read it, but if I can find it. I think it's in my bag.
So you found a new appreciation for it.
Oh, I already appreciate it, but I just thought he was still being cheap. Don't worry about that.
He ain't getting away from that. You was cheap.
He could have bought. He
coulda bought
a
something.
card
And broke that
and
card.
still wrote the card.
Yes.
You
want some money.
You know, I want some power tools. But in any case, and you said you appreciated your dad. Did you do something good for your dad on Father's Day?
I did. I'm not a touchy-feeling type.
See?
Been in the business over 20 years. I've learned to just keep the emotion out of it if I can. So, but I keep forgetting, okay, that does not include your family. So I'm not a very touchy-feely type, and I did not realize that my father, he's a very private man. He doesn't really ask much, but I didn't realize how much he appreciates a card with a lot of words in it.
Wow.
But my mother, on the other hand, you better not walk in that door with a commercial printed card. She
Yes.
wants homemade.
Homemade.
That's right.
Oh, wow.
See?
Yeah.
So
Okay.
two different personalities, but I got him. There you go, right there.
Exactly.
Homemade is my mother, and she will talk to you to death until you make her a homemade card.
Most fathers aren't there for their children, and you are. You have created a great life for us, and I know you love us, and we love you just as much. You've given us a business mindset to where we can be successful, and I love you, Dad. Happy Father's Day. Dad, what is that? What is he? Created. Sorry. Created an amazing son that models from you. I wouldn't be here without you. And that's what
Wow.
my
That's
biggest
great.
son.
That is
Here's
great.
what he's 15. Here's what my youngest son wrote. He says, Happy Father's Day, Dad. This day is for you, Dad, so be blessed. Thank you for being a provider and a leader in the household. JJ. Wait, where's my nephew's writing? What? I'm going to get him. But, you know, like you said, this is very much appreciated.
Yeah.
And so it really brings to my heart, you know,
does.
what,
Yeah.
yes,
It does.
you know,
It
that,
is, and it's meant to be.
yes,
It's meant to
definitely.
be that personal touch.
And one thing about kids that I've of course, I haven't been a kid in a minute, but they're truthful.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, they
You
are.
Very
can
honest.
tell
Yes.
how they're feeling right away, and for them to write that,
Yes.
that is precious.
They don't show
Yes.
it is.
No, this
It
is
is.
something I'll scan and keep forever. I don't know if I'm keeping paper.
My only
You know, I
que-
did
my-
that.
Eliminated.
You need to
Eliminated.
bring that.
Okay.
Eliminated.
Yes.
my only little problem with it was when he says most dads are not there. I'm like, is he watching Fox? I'm sorry.
Did you say that?
I'm sorry. I didn't say that. I didn't say that. Anyway, because contrary, most dads are there,
That's
and that's
true.
part of the problem of the misconception that we get about Father's Day. Most dads are there. My dad was there. Your dad's been there.
My dad is still here.
Still here. So. My dad's still helping me put together stuff in my office. I told you about one night. We spent 4 hours trying to put up a TV, but that was ridiculous.
Well, we are fortunate to have dads in our life.
Yeah.
But there are so many kids that either their dad, and really my kids, when they look at what they see in school and
Right.
what they observe from what's going on around them, that's an appreciation that even your kids
Oh, absolutely.
are appreciating, because I believe most dads are really, there are some fathers around, okay, but dads are different. You know, dads are the one who take care of the kids. He teaches them. It's like you said, it's so important that the first model of education comes from home.
The parents.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, I have a cousin of mine that started a really, really strong organization about fathers.
Yes.
We need to have him on the show. He's been on a bunch of television shows up in the D.C. area.
Okay.
Oh.
So
Definitely.
he's got a really strong organization that he's doing. My cousin Alan Atkinson, called 100 Fathers.
Okay.
And so it's really, I love what he's doing, and he's got a lot of support from the community, and he's doing some really amazing things.
That's right.
That's
You know,
good.
we don't want to
That's
take
good.
away from the strong mothers out there.
Oh, absolutely.
But we know that fathers are important.
Yeah.
And they
Definitely.
influence. You said something that your dad actually, he pushed you into a lot of things.
He did. It was hard.
Yes.
It was hard. You know, he didn't accept excuses.
That's right.
Yeah.
Wow.
Unless you're halfway dying, then okay, you might. But he didn't accept excuses, and he always tells me and my brother, you know, do your best. If your conscience is clear,
Yes.
Yes.
move on.
Yes.
Wow. Wow.
But
And-
don't think the world owes you anything.
Thank
The
you.
world don't
Yes,
owe you
yes.
anything at all. They
Absolutely.
don't owe you nothing.
Yeah.
Wow.
And he says that if the world owed you something, I want a piece of it because I gave you life.
He want his
That's not gonna
10%.
happen.
He want his 10%.
That's right. You want 10%.
Hey,
Preferably.
That's not going to
20.
happen.
I want no 10. I want 20.
I want my,
At least
I
he
want my 10
honest.
acres of my field, okay?
He says that's not, you know, just do your best. And one thing I have always remember him telling me: an honest man is the most fearful person.
Yes. Yes.
I mean, what can you do to an honest person?
That's
Nothing.
true.
Yeah.
Yes.
The truth is out there.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
transparent. So do that. Be honest with yourself, with your community, and your word is still
Your
bond.
Bond.
Yes.
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 You know, don't that credit thing. Oh, well, my credit score is 750. Oh, my credit. Who cares?
Right.
Lying like crazy.
Right.
Right. That's true.
What
You
are
know,
they
you're
trying
not
to get
worth
credit
anything.
for? That's
Yeah.
true.
So, yeah, my father was hard on us. He expect us to do our best. And if he'd rather we make a C that we work for than
Yeah.
cheat it and get an
get
A.
A.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, the
yeah.
good word says, "Let your yes be yeses and your no's be no's." Even though you don't like no, but let but don't
She
be.
just don't like being told no. She'll say no now.
Well, I have a problem with maybe. I don't have a problem
Yeah.
necessarily with
'Cause that's
no.
lukewarm. You
It's
gotta be hot or
lukewarm.
cold.
And it have people in business. Well, yeah, maybe we'll get together. No. Are we going to get together or are we not?
Yes.
There you go.
yes.
You got to
Don't
make a
play with me with this
decision.
maybe get off the,
You're getting ready to preach that party.
See, it's fun having you in the studio. see, I tell you.
40 minutes in a.
Well, just now you'll be able to hire your driver, right?
Yeah.
You know?
Yes.
Ooh, that's,
Yeah.
you hear him, Lord? Don't
Think
you?
Yes.
big,
Speak
man.
it
Think
into
big.
existence.
See, I plan to have a Maybach. That's what I want.
Yeah.
Maybach.
You can't drive a
I
Maybach.
can't
You got to
drive a
have
Maybach.
somebody to drive
They
that.
still make it. They don't make those no more, though.
I
They
don't
stopped
know.
making
Whatever
them.
they
A
make.
Rolls Royce
they
or
got
something.
something
Somebody gonna
replacing
drive it.
it.
I'm gonna be in the back.
Lincoln has something coming out.
Yeah,
you
have
know?
you seen that? Thing
yeah,
looks
that's
incredible.
Does it have curtains?
I don't know.
I don't know if it has curtains.
I
Yeah,
don't know. I don't know.
Rolls Royce got curtains in the back. Hey, well, you don't
Even
have
if
blinds.
I
You have
do
curtains.
have a Rolls Royce, I don't think I want no daggone
You want a
curtain.
I do. If the sun
feel
come
like I
through,
might
I'm
be
gonna
traveling
close
in
it.
a
You want your
hearse.
namesake? You want your namesake?
Well, your eyes already closing her, so they ain't got to worry about them
I don't
curtains.
know that I like the Bentley.
You don't like the Bentley?
Not really.
Have you
Tammy.
seen the Rolls Royce Ghost?
Give
Yes,
I have.
that's
me
the one I'm
Rolls
talking
Royce,
about.
yes.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
but it's still.
I almost proposed to that car. I saw it the other day. It was so fine. I'm sorry. It was just, I just stopped and was like, baby, hey, what you need? You need some gas? I got it.
Those cars are so. It looks so nice. You be like, what kind of gas you
Yeah,
use?
exactly.
No, true story. About 7 years ago, I had somebody in the Bentley, drove up to the gas station,
It was pumping gas.
asked me for some gas.
Oh, really?
No. He was so embarrassed. He said, "You look like a friendly face."
Oh my goodness! Pride,
My
boy,
wife
pride.
just kicked me out.
Pride.
Told me if I like this car so much, go live in the car. But she forgot to give me my wallet.
Wow.
No, she didn't
Money.
forget.
She forget.
She didn't forget that at all.
I gave this man $20 so he can put some gas in his.
What was it? A
Bentley.
quarter?
That
That
is
was a quarter tank gas for him.
That's
I
all
don't know,
that
but he was so happy. He actually, I gave him a card, a business card. Yeah, just send me a thank you card.
Wow.
But yeah, I was like, only me.
In a Bentley of
In a
all.
Yeah, Bentley.
You're like, wow, this nice Bentley. Can I get some gas?
I was being punked or something.
But you know what's so funny too? A lot of times we do joke about this too, but it's sad too that there's an underlying group of people that are hurting,
Yeah.
that are financially hurting, and won't tell anybody.
Their pride.
Their pride is so bad they wait till they're homeless, and that's something that we had to deal with, even myself. And I don't worry about other people, what they think anymore. I don't. And that's the biggest thing with pride, is you're worried about what others are going to think. Well, hey, I failed. Something you said, fail forward. That's what I believe. Fail forward, which means is you leave that, you go something else. Just don't stay there where you are. Don't lay there and
No,
die.
don't drown in
Right.
your own sorrow.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, folks, for tuning in. We say have a blessed and wonderful day. This is Dollars Not Cents, and we are signing off.
Thanks for listening to the Dollars Not Cents radio show with your hosts, Anthony, Stephen, and Monica. Thanks for listening.